everybody, Gadget here. Thanks for joining me for this edition of Gadget's Gear. Today we're going to be talking about another gadget. This gadget actually makes coffee. It's the Presto portable coffee maker. It uses K-cups, and this is a great idea for outdoors camping, car camping, hiking. You can actually take it with you and enjoy a great cup of coffee. This one uses K-cups or your own coffee in another little gadget that inserts inside of this so you can put your own coffee in it. I found this at Walmart, of all places, sitting on the camping shelf. So in just a few minutes we're going to be taking a look at this, so stick with me. We'll be opening this package for the first time, taking a look at it, reading the instructions, and actually making a cup of coffee. So hang in there with me, we'll be right back. Okay everybody, here we have the Presto coffee maker as it comes in the box. This was a little beat up on the edges. I've never seen a as seen on TV item in Walmart, at least in the camping section. So I'm guessing that this item was probably something that they dug out of the back. They needed to find out where it would go. They picked a spot in camping because it's a little portable coffee maker. I could be wrong on this, but that's just my guess. This item was around $15 with tax. So let's get with it. Let's get it open and see what it looks like. Alright. Comes with instructions on how to make it work. single cup coffee maker. Tells everything you need to do to actually make a cup of coffee with a single K-cup. This is kind of neat because I personally use K-cups at home all the time. I think they make a great cup of coffee, and it would be really nice to have something that makes a good cup of coffee where you don't have to guess. A lot of you use Taster's Choice or the coffee bags that look like tea bags. Those are okay, but they really don't give you a great cup of coffee. Alright, let's see what we've got in here. Let's see, what is this? This is instructions for using the cup. I'm guessing that in here there's another little cup that will make this item work with your own coffee instead of using a K-cup preloaded with coffee. Alright, well this is what it looks like. That's pretty well built. Rubberized top, container, everything here. It's got some items on the inside. Let's see what's in there. I'll open this up, pull this out. This looks like it's the top that goes in here. This top goes here. And this item fits right in here and lets you push down on this to get the pressure to actually make a cup of coffee with the K-cup. And here we go with, alright, this is the little gadget. It's just like a K-cup. I imagine this fits in here somehow, and you can put your own coffee in here. You don't have to buy the K-cup preloaded with coffee. You can use your own coffee, ground coffee. So let's see how this thing comes apart. I'm not even going to read the directions. I'm going to figure it out on my, aha, this unscrews. And looks like the K-cup goes right in here. Like that. and this screws right in on top of it to puncture the K-cup. And according to the picture on the box, you put your cup underneath this and then push down on the top to force the water through the K-cup. Let's see if it'll fit this clear one that I have here. It actually will if I hold it. It'll fit just fine on here. So after I load the coffee in here on the bottom, load this up with water, and by the way, I just now noticed this has measuring gradients on the side. It has a max of 10 ounces, 8 ounces, and then 6 ounces, 3 graduations. I wonder why it says max of 10 ounces. You could certainly put more water in here. There's the mark. The top comes to right here. There's plenty of room. Alright, well let's experiment. Let me get this thing ready with a real K-cup and some hot water, and let's see how this thing works. So we'll be right back. Okay everybody, I've filled this full of hot water. Interesting, this has got a one-way valve in the bottom that when you push on the top and force the air through, it actually opens up. So you can actually put hot water in this and it won't leak out the bottom. So let's assemble it and see what we got here. We've got a K-cup. And the instructions tell me to put the K-cup in the bottom. It's got a little sharp needle in the bottom. So we're going to put the K-cup in the bottom. And we're going to press down and puncture the bottom. We're going to screw this in the bottom. If I can get it even. We're going to put the lid on the top without the little gadget that blocks the hole. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I don't want to push down on here and find coffee on the counter. Now we're going to put the top in. We're going to grab our cup, locate it on the cup. Let's see if this works. Here we go. No coffee yet. All right. So we got something going on here that's not right. Let's see what's going on. It appears that the little thing that's in this part has not punctured the K-cup. So let's find out why. It has punctured the K-cup. Alright, well let me figure what's going on here, and I'll cut and we'll be back in just a second. I'm going to dump this out so I don't burn myself and figure out why the little needle on the bottom of this part hasn't punctured, or it has punctured, but it's got a little one-way valve in there, so they may have put some tape over it, maybe I just didn't see it. So let me get back to you in just a second. Okay everybody, we're back. I took the silicone valve out in the bottom. It appeared that it might have been stuck, closed. It's got a little slit in the bottom to keep the water from actually going through there. So let's give this another shot. I got it all loaded up with hot water, the K-cup in the bottom. So supposedly all you got to do is push, so let's find out. Well, it looks like it's working. Take another shot to get all the water out of there. Maybe 2 or 3 pumps. Give it another, no, it's got a little bit more water in there, so let's give it another shot. It takes some pretty good force to get that water to come through there. We'll give it another shot here. That's 3 pumps. I figured it was going to take 1 pump, but it has not. That's about all I can get out of there. Let's see what kind of coffee it made. I only have a slight bit of water left in here. Watch how much water I got left in there. It's hardly enough to even... So it actually comes out, most all the water does come out of here. Alright, let's try this thing out and see if it made a good cup of coffee. Sure enough, just tastes exactly like my K-cup coffee maker. What a deal. I'll have to do some more experiments on this, and I'll leave a message down below on what I found out about how easy this is. It took quite a bit of force to push the water through the K-cup. I'm thinking that if I use the little gadget that they put in the bottom so that you can use your own coffee, I'm guessing that that's going to take a lot less force. As a matter of fact, while we got it on camera here, why don't I just go ahead and get some ground coffee and make another cup of coffee using this, and we'll see how this works, how easy this is, because this has got a lot more area where the coffee can actually come through, where the K-cup only has that one little tiny hole at the very bottom. So let me load it up with some more water. Let me load this up with some ground coffee. We'll get it all put back together again. We'll turn the camera back on and we'll see how easier or harder, or if it works at all, with this part of the little Presto coffee maker. So stick with me. Okay everybody, I'm back. I've loaded up the little container with some more hot water. By the way, this has a red insulated area here where you can grab the cup and not burn yourself with the hot water that's in here. I've removed the K-cup by just gently pushing on the bottom of this. The K-cup comes right straight out. No mess in here on the little needle, nothing to clean up here. I must tell you that the little gadget that you load your coffee in for this device compared to the little gadget you load your coffee in for the actual K-cup brewer is much, much different. These will not work in this. They're much taller. They have a much smaller hole in the top, where this has a huge hole to accommodate the big puncture needle. And you can see they're much shorter. So this will not work in this device. You have to use this little coffee holder for this little brewer. So that being said, let me drop this in the base. Let me screw the base onto the hot water. I have my cup all ready here. I'll pop this up. Well, before I do that, let me put the top on. Get that top on secure. Put the little pusher mechanism on there, whatever you call it. Put this up on top. Now I'm guessing that this will go a whole lot easier. Let's find out. It would probably be better to do this on a table that is a little lower. I've got some bad angles here to actually push on this. It's much easier with a little coffee holder. Looks like just about all the water comes out of it without any problems whatsoever. Let's check it out. Looks just like my K-Cup brewer over there on the counter. Let's check it out, see how it tastes. Yeah, buddy. That is a good cup of coffee, as is this. So, there you have the My Joe coffee maker. Pretty neat little gadget. I don't think it works as well with the actual K-Cups as it does with the little coffee holder that's in the bottom, because you have a lot more screen and a lot more area for the brewed coffee to get through with the little gadget that comes with this for hot chocolate or coffee or tea. It works much better with a lot less push down pressure. Besides, when you go camping, you probably don't want to carry a whole lot of K-Cups around in your pack. They'll get smushed up, you'll have coffee everywhere. So just to carry your own ground coffee and have this little gadget to make your coffee looks like a good deal for me, especially for car camping. I don't know how much it weighs. Let me weigh this thing and see what it weighs. First, let me take that coffee thing out of the bottom. And we'll just screw it all together. We'll turn on the little scale. It weighs 11.1 ounces put together without the little coffee. This weighs about the same. Let me just put all of that on there. Okay, 11.4 ounces approximately. So, about 11.4 ounces with the little gadget that comes with it for your coffee. You can store your coffee, your sugar, and everything in here when you go on a camping trip. That will make this do double duty. You can use it as a storage device. So all your coffee or sweetener, whatever you want to make in this device, can go in this little area right here. This goes on the top. It does take up some room in your pack, which is probably a disadvantage for those guys who are graham weenies. But it does make a good cup of coffee. For car camping, I'd highly recommend this. This is perfect for car camping. For overnight trips, possibly, for trips that are longer than overnight. You probably wouldn't want to drag this along, but it will make a great cup of coffee out in the wild. So there you have it, the Presto coffee maker. I'll put the URL for their site down below. Until next time, this is Gadget with Gadget's Gear. I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe if you like my videos. We would appreciate it. Take care, and we'll see you next time.